What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Trent Alexander-Arnold, the 87 right back. An incredible rating for him again. He can obviously go into a right wing back if you wanted a 5 at the back formation, but he also is a right back to start with. We managed to get him tradable, but unfortunately for him, his tradable price is actually glitched at 85,000 coins. It's not going to go for that, unfortunately. You might get one lucky person who's just dying for a Trent, but realistically, I don't see him selling for 85. He is, again, a very nice card, but 87, I just wouldn't really put the stats to this card, to be honest. A 3-star, 4-star. We've used him for a few matches now. Managed to get a couple of assists, a couple of yellow cards as well. We have early crosser as the main trait, and he's going to be very good at the overlapping style. Not necessarily the quickest, and that is where, personally, the downfall kind of comes for him. So we've obviously had to go with this shadow on him. Gives him 84 pace, which, again, isn't necessarily terrible at the start of the game. As we go forward, it might become less relevant, but we will touch on that at the end. In terms of passing, again, exquisite. Never had an issue with his passing. Agility balance is a little bit on the average side, but again, I've not really noticed a massive kind of problem with that as such. Good reactions on ball control, composure's nice, and then we get onto the defending, which is 87 with a shadow. Again, very nice indeed. Good stamina, good aggression, strength on the lower side again. So overall for me, just looking at the stats, forget that I've played any matches with him, it doesn't match up very well in my opinion. There is so many 87s out there that I feel like should have better stats than this, but again, he plays a little bit better than what them stats go, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll show you what I mean, and let's just get into Trent. Trent's got Sane to deal with. Good strength battle, and he's taking it away. Again, the big thing with Trent is going to be them crosses. We know he's a very attacking player, and that is where the trait early crosser comes in. We're going to try it here. Ronaldinho's there. But we don't have no second option. But again, up and down a pitch is very nice, but you will leave yourself very, very exposed. So it's kind of nice to have just any sort of centre-back that you can feel very comfortable with the recovery. Virgil, for me, has been my absolute rock. So hopefully he will kind of show you where he's going, and that is a save. I think the big advantage this year, especially with any sort of right backs, chemistries that we used to have, we don't need them anymore. So you don't necessarily need a good Trent to have, obviously, a Virgil at the back with you, because the chemistry doesn't matter anymore. And I think that is probably going to be, especially when we get a lot of promos involved, going to be one of the best features that they add. That is, again, probably something that oh my, that is stunning. But it's not going to be one thing that straight away everybody likes. But I feel like it's going to be such a good feature to have that freedom to not necessarily have to have a Prem right back in that position. I know you have icons and all of that, but once you kind of get into it and you see some of these promo cards and think, you know what, I couldn't have them in the team purely for the fact I just didn't have anybody to link them with. Now it's almost like you can just choose whoever you want. That is going to be absolutely brilliant in the near future. But Trent, for me, he's nice, but again, until we know that price range, and we'll have a look at a few right backs to see where their price is coming in at and try and kind of pinpoint any sort of price for him. There's just no point really disregarding the price, because 85k, just never buy him for that. He is most definitely not an 85k right back. I don't think many right backs, unless they're icon, are worth that sort of price. And yes, you will get the work rates up and down a pitch from him, but I think somebody like Hakimi will do the same for you, and all of that. You will find plenty of players that can do that sort of right back role, and again, it just depends on how your formation sits. As you see, if you kind of keep pushing him out of that position, you're just never going to have anybody and somebody at right back, and they're always going to hit down that side. Trent coming in. He's always got good tackling, though. I will give him that. His standing tackling is very nice. He doesn't really lose out heavily on any battles. So, again, that is going to be a big plus for him. And, again, this overlapping stuff is always going to be fantastic for him as we find this ball. Get the left-footed cross here. Unfortunately, we're still kind of working on our crossing, so we're not going to get the absolute full potential from him. Trent, we just miss out on that. Sane just gets the better of him that time. Trent out wide again. Go for a long cross the box here. That's beautiful. So we find a ball in, and might as well have just passed him in the first place. Oh, it's a stunning turn. Oh, little bit of footwork from Trent. Finds the ball. I thought he was going over the keeper. That would have been sensational. Dybala trying to run for it. I feel like the strength and aggression side of him is just not quite up to scratch. So I don't really expect him heavily to win anything back. But it's always nice to give it a go because sometimes people panic under pressure. The defending's not quite there, especially at the start of the game. And especially, I should know, full well, not the greatest at defending yet. That could be sometimes the only problem with Trent is he is caught a few times on the back foot. I feel like right wing back actually would suit him completely down to the ground. I feel like his attacking options are actually really nice. It's the defending that is sometimes just a little bit sloppy. And yes, I will say that is sometimes my workings as well. Not going to say that the AI is causing all of the problems. Trent with the interception. Gets it downfield. Lovely, nice and easy job. Trent with another overlap. How far? We got 82 minutes. We can see the stamina is starting to dwindle a little bit, but he is pretty good with the stamina, even if you do kind of keep going all game. Good tackle from Trent. See him against Martins. See, he holds his own for his pace. And we're trying to look for that run. We've got ahead of the defender this time. Little dink into Ronaldinho, who's going to go for the volley. 3 minutes in. And that is where Trent's overlap will do you wonders. Big tackle from Trent again. Holds off the challenge and Varane is there to cover the back. And again for Trent. Very nice. Putting in a shift this game. Trent getting caught by Martins again. We're going to try and track him as much back as possible. And that is stunning defending from him. So going into the overall for Trent then. So personally for me, 100% is not worth the price. And I'm interested to know if anybody has paid for him. We found him. Transferring coins, definitely. Yeah, like I say, how many listings this is. And you've got one person who's been very lucky to actually sell him at that price, to be honest. But more than likely, if we have a look at right backs just in general, we'll see the same sort of price and what we're looking for, really. Positions, we want right backs, right wing backs, I suppose. That'll work. So, Kimmich, it's his secondary position, fair enough. So it's an 89. Probably coming in at the same sort of level, really, at 19k. You've got Cancelo, who's absolutely incredible by the looks of things, coming in at 87, fair enough. We've got Sule Kyle Walker, 96. Again, the pace is going to be massive there, 84. So, realistically, and we've got Hakimi there, I would probably value him at this moment, probably at about 30 to 40k. I think that's still a bit high, but obviously his rating has got to give him something as well. We can go and get some of the icons for just over double the price, to be honest, and that says something. When you can go get a Zambrotta for 237 compared to 85, I know who I'd personally want to choose. It is a shame that he doesn't have any sort of CDM sort of role. I know that is more a shapeshifter version of himself rather than actually where he plays. He is a right back / right wing back, more right wing back personally. I think his attacking game is actually really nice, but like I said, if you don't necessarily have anybody to cover him, you will find that slot being taken quite a lot. And that is something where the new formation, I think I want to say it's a 5-1-2-1 or 5-1-2-2 or something like that, where you basically have your 5 at the back, you have a CDM that can drop into the centre backs, making a 6 at the back, and you can have your 2 wing backs pulling up and almost used as kind of wingers rather than necessarily defenders. But then on the defensive side, you've always got 4 at the back / 5 because the wing back's going to be there, or then obviously behind Trent you're going to have 2 players, or footballers. So that is actually quite a nice formation for wing backs, and that will probably benefit Trent more, just purely for the fact that the shadow does a nice amount, but the 84 pace is not going to get him up and down that pitch like lightning. He's just not. Hakimi, Walker, that is going to be your style for somebody who is a bit more prompt to get back. We have got a medium on the defensive. Again, if it was high, would be quite nice, a high work rate. But again, he is seen to be a very attacking fullback rather than defensive. There's always been question over his defending, in the standard that his attacking is far better. And yeah, I think that reflects it. The passing's incredible. The dribbling is decent enough for a right back. Composure a little bit could be more, but again, it is just a bog standard gold card at the moment. Like I say, if he's coming in at 30 to 40, I could understand the price right now. I personally would go for a better option right now, with somebody a little bit cheaper if we're looking Prem only. Personally, Cancelo's gonna be the option if you're playing him right back, but left back's perfect as well. Dalot is quite a nice one here, 20k. I would say Walker's going to be your best choice in terms of Prem, 100%. Purely for that pace advantage. He is coming in at the price that he's probably worth, to be honest. Or just going for somebody on the cheaper value if you want there. In terms of kind of right backs throughout, I'm thinking gold-wise, if we're looking cheap, I'm thinking if we're going down, Cuadrado 20k is a solid shout. Llorente can play right back. That's mad. Hakimi at 60. Again, it's probably about the right price personally, but I probably wouldn't be looking to pay that much right now. Basically, I'm looking for fast right backs. That is all I'm doing here. Frimpong, actually, that's quite a standard one. 16k, yeah, that's a good one. 16k for a 94. Again, a nice right back that you can get for a lot cheaper. You won't necessarily lose out on masses of coins with him, but overall will give you a good result. Trent's defending isn't definitely out of the question. I think he's pretty solid on the standing tackle. The only thing is, for me, he just gets caught out a lot, and that is purely from the fact of running him up the pitch and back down again. Again, it all depends on the formation. Overall wise though, for Trent, I'd happily give him a 7 out of 10. I don't personally think the 87's worth anything more than that. I'd probably be even looking to drop it later on in the game to probably 6 or 5 as we get into some really nice right back promos. Just purely for the fact that he's going to be not really useful. He's going to be SBC fodder at some point, and that is just bound to happen until he gets a nice special card. So let me know down below what you think about Trent. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.